Hi. I've always heard this phrase, adulthood na scam. For the non-Nigerians and non-Pidgin English speakers, it means adulthood is a scam. And at a stage in my life, I almost fell into that, way of thinking. But I took my questioning a bit further, where I asked myself, why does it feel that way to a lot of adults? Why does it feel that way generally? And one thing I realized from my own personal experience is that as a child, I'm thinking about growing up, being an adult, because I feel that adulthood comes with freedom. It comes with, not being, my decisions not tied to what my parents want and how they want it. I felt it means me taking control and taking full charge of my life. My dad used to tell me then as a kid that my house, my rules, obey before complain. So there are a lot of things that I never really felt comfortable with when it came to some decisions and some ways that my parents handled things. But I just needed to accept them because my parents were the one that did it. So I felt like adulthood meant independence, meant, you know, breaking off from that shackle. Now, I'm not calling my parents the shackle, but, that was how it felt. And as an adult now, it feels to me like when I look back, I begin to feel that there's so many things I should have done more. There's so many things I should have experienced that I never did. Now I find myself looking back and sometimes grieving that version of me that would never come back. I find myself grieving that version of me that is lost forever. I find myself wanting to hold on to shreds of that version of me. And then I came to the realization that our problem is that we do not live in the present. As a kid, you're thinking about the future growing up too quickly that you do not know that each stage in life has a timeline. There's a time when you're going to be a kid, there's a time when you'll be an adult, there's a time when you'll be middle age, mid-age, there's a time when you become aged and an elder, and there's a time when you'll be gone. So life comes in stages. We spend so much time not focusing on the stage we're in and rushing to enter the next stage. Being present is something that we need to learn as a person and as a people. We need to learn that what we have control over is now, the present, not the past, not the future. But we spend most times chasing the future. And I asked myself one thing: what are we really chasing? What are we really chasing? I see some people working 2-3 jobs. What are they chasing? Having their mortgage paid off. That's what they're chasing, so that retirement would be easier. They're not paying all of those mortgages when they are retired. spending so much time working that you don't even have time to look after you. You don't have time to think about what do I really want. You don't have time to say, okay, how do I make what I have control over work? Yes, the decisions we make in the present affects our future. But a lot of us are either chasing and not being present, or looking back and grieving the past that you're not present. In all of this, the past and the future is what we keep holding on to, and then we let go of what the present is. And it's also interesting when I see people who spend a lot of their time worried about what would people say, worried about people's opinions, trying to get people's validation. And I'm saying this from a place of empathy because it feels like a heavy load, a heavy burden to carry, where you're worrying about yourself and you're worrying about what the other person is thinking. When I was a teenager, in my early teens, my dad became a deacon in church, and I noticed that immediately he took over that post, anything I did, my words, my actions were judged based on the deacon's daughter. People almost forgot my name. They would never say, oh, this is what Ifoma did. They would say, this is what the deacon's daughter did. And it got so much and so bad that when my mom hears maybe a rumor or something that concerns me, she would come home and say, this is what they said the deacon's daughter did. And then she's meting out punishment, not even hearing my side of the story. One day I got fed up and I told her that, see, I'm not living my life for people. I am not the deacon, I am just his daughter. The responsibility that comes with that post is his and not mine to carry. I told her I would not lose myself, I would not lose my name. I am Ife, and if anybody has a problem with me, let them say Ife did this, and then we'll take it up from there. And that was how I began to stand up for myself for a lot of things. That was how I began to speak up. That was how I began to choose me. But a lot of people spend their time trying to please others that they forget who they are. They forget what they really are and what they really want. And when they spend so many years trying to please others, when they finally come to the realization that others don't matter, you matter first. Years have passed where they didn't put themselves first. Years have passed where they should have lived for themselves, but they didn't. And they begin to look back with grief. Grief for that version of them that might never come back, for that person that they were, that they might never see. This is a way for me to tell you that today is the only time you have control over this present moment. Is the only time, or the only thing within your control. Today, now. Instead of pursuing a future or looking back at the past, focus on the present. Focus on living. Focus on choosing you. Focus on, standing up for you. I see a lot of people who are kids wanting to be adults. When they're adults, they're already thinking about things in the future. Maybe like what would retirement look like, overthinking retirement and all that, or even overthinking dying, overthinking what it is like. They live in fear in the present for an event that would occur in the future. Oh, what if I'm gone today? What do I need done? And then you keep, pursuing that future that you want because you feel like there's a clock that is ticking somewhere. Pause. Take a deep breath. Focus on now. Focus on the present. Focus on you. Stop trying to be in the future while waiting for your present to catch up. Enjoy life now. Enjoy living now. Stop going ahead of yourself. This version of you is a version of you that you would only see once now. Each day you're evolving. Each year you're a different person. So hold on tightly to this version of you that you have now. Get to know who she is, who he is, who they are. Get to understand who you are. Love you and live fully. Not living fully and not living in the present is a disservice to you. So choose to live fully every day that you have breath. Have a great day.